Let's take a look at how we would go about finding the value of an unknown resistor. So here we have a DC power supply with a resistor in the circuit there. Our circuit current flows around the circuit through the resistor and back. So we've got a circuit there. We want to know what the value of the resistor is. Now, first things first, we need a bit more equipment, and we need to know some information about this circuit. So let's start off with our multimeter. We'll set it to volts, and let's find out how many volts are flowing across the resistor. So what have we got here? DC, so we set the meter to DC. We've got 12.04 volts. 12.04 volts there. Now we also need to know how much current is flowing in the circuit. Now the operative word being in the circuit there, we need to know how much current is flowing in the circuit. So we need to break the circuit open, and we need to put another multimeter into the circuit. So we'll add a multimeter into the circuit, and we'll switch this one onto amps. Okay, again we need to set the multimeter to DC. So we've got 12.04 volts, 0.01 amps. We can use those numbers now to calculate what the resistance value might be. Let's go over to the whiteboard. Okay, so over here at the whiteboard then, we'll just write down those details. We had a voltage of 12.04 volts and a current, which of course we measure in amps, of 0.011 amps. Now we can use those two numbers to calculate the resistance. We use Ohm's law. Now some people like Ohm's law translated in the triangle, VI and R there. Whichever one of the three values we want, we cover up, and that gives us the two values we need to use to calculate. So for instance, if we want voltage, it's I times R. If we want current, it's V over R. Now today what we want is resistance, so that's V over I. So resistance is the voltage divided by the current. So let's put our numbers in there then. We've got 12.04 volts and 0.011 amps. Now it's worth mentioning at this point, we wouldn't normally call that 0.011 amps. What we would call that is 11 milliamps, if you cast your mind back to discussions previously on standard notation. So 11 milliamps, but for the purpose of this calculation, 0.011 is acceptable. So we'll pop those numbers into our calculator. 12.04 divided by 0.011 amps equals 1094.54. 1094.54. And of course we're talking resistance, so the unit is the ohm. Now we'll take out resistor number 1 there, and we'll put another unknown resistor value. We'll insert it in exactly the same way in the same circuit as we did before, and we've now got 12.02 volts and 0.120 amps. So let's do the same calculation for this resistor and see if we can find the value of this resistor as well. Now, our second resistor, exactly the same process. All we need to do, our resistance is the voltage divided by the current. We had a voltage this time of 12.02 volts and a current of 0.120 amps. Remember from before, as we said, 0.120 amps is the same as saying 120 milliamps. So 12.02 divided by 0.120 should give us a nice easy number, that one. 12.02 divided by 0.120 equals 100.16 ohms. 100.16 ohms. So nice, simple, easy calculation there for you. In a future video, I'm going to give you some values of current and resistance, and I will want you to tell me what the resistance values are. Thanks for watching.